Social studies was a title that I came up with because it linked a lot of the work in this exhibition. It's not my only focus as an artist, but in this group of work, it was the thread that came through the work. And I like the way it really talks about how it's a process of looking and studying the social world around me. And these figurative works are not just about the individuals, but about the social world that these individuals are in. So that's kind of when we focused on that word. With most of these, I started with photographs because I just don't have enough time to work from life and draw like I really would like to. So I work with my subjects. I take photographs from a lot of different angles. Since I want to work three-dimensionally, I have to know a lot about the forms from all the way around. And then I use those photographs to produce drawings. And in most cases, I produce at least one, sometimes more. And sometimes I change things, like you can see on the wall, there's a few iterations of a few pieces where I wasn't quite happy with what I arrived at originally. So I usually do at least one. And I like to draw a lot, and I like to do more, but usually the process of working with wood gets me moving along because it is pretty time consuming. So typically I'm pretty eager to get started. So I draw as much as I need to figure out what I want to do. Those were kind of serious and disturbing themes to work with. When I started the soldiers, it was at the beginning of the Iraq War, and I saw it as a kind of a protest statement initially, but then I got more involved with the individuals and the social life of the soldiers that were there, and it was more about that. It was about the human impact of the war. I chose black. I liked it for a few reasons. I was looking at a lot of newspaper articles at that time that showed soldiers in Iraq that were basically silhouettes. It kind of depersonalized them. They were shown from a distance. And they were really moving, and that's kind of what inspired me originally. But I also was interested in the kind of the violence of burning the wood, because they're actually all charred wood, and the danger that the soldiers put themselves into was kind of mirrored by the burning of the wood, because I put the carvings into danger, and then a few times I really did burn more than I wanted to, unfortunately. And with the prisoners too, there were a lot of things I learned that were really deeply troubling. Not just about crime and criminals, but about the ways that we address it in our society. And I could go on about that, but I try to look at the big picture and not be judgmental in every case of the groups that I work with, and just try to be impartial and interested and curious about it. I chose that color, that the wood is bleached and everything in the diorama is painted to match, because I didn't have all the information about that time and that place. So I wanted to show them as memories and recollections of people that had been there, based on the archives or photographs. So I didn't want to presume that I knew everything about them. I also like the kind of the starkness. When they were installed in the cells were very dark, and the light color of the wood and the sculptures was a good contrast to that. With the teenagers too, it was something. I was a teenager once. I kind of remember it. My dad does. But having a teenage son made me want to kind of get back to that and figure out a little bit more about it and observe it as an interested outsider, because you can never really re-enter that world, even though you might try. So it was my curiosity about, what is life like for teenagers now? They got to pick their own clothing, their own hats, and their own props, their own, whatever gestures they made, they chose themselves. So I just wanted them to act natural. And some of them looked pretty unnatural, but it was because they chose that pose. So my process is I work with these models, and the work has gotten more and more about them. In the current pieces, I'm meeting people that are part of the city in various ways, homeless people, protesters, construction workers, gardeners, community gardeners. And I'm really interested in public life in the city and in engaging in that as a citizen and as an artist. So that's a really unique part of my process. It's more interactive, I think, than the earlier pieces where I worked with someone who modeled, and it was about me as an artist and them as a model. And now it's more of a participation, I think. I've been looking at people and life in Philadelphia and watching it, and it's always intriguing. It's an interesting place to live. Just walking down any street, seeing the people that go by, I want to know more about them. And so this was a project that allowed me to do that, to get outside my demographic, my world, and to learn more about the city around me. And I don't think I'm a booster or anything like that about Philadelphia, but I do think it's an amazing and fascinating place to be right now. And so that series is about this time that we live in now, the people around us.